Hey guys! I know it's been a while that I've done a sit down video. So, hi guys, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Kende and I'm a YouTuber based in the United Kingdom, Leeds to be precise. I'm an international student in the UK. Yeah, so today I'm going to be telling you guys about the process on how to move to the UK from Nigeria, because I realized that after my last video, like, so many people actually reached out to me to like tell them the process of how I did it, and I can put you guys through. So you want to sit back and enjoy this video. The first step is to actually decide on what program, like what course you want to do. So that's the first thing that I feel like you should do if you're moving to the UK, because it is very, very important that you decide on the course that you want to do, because obviously you know that the UK does not have like a straightforward plan to immigration. You have to just like get a tier 2 job that will actually sponsor you to stay, or you get married to a Britico, someone that has a British passport. Anyways, so but we're talking about like education part right now. So after deciding on the course, you need to really check if your course requires one license or the other. You need to be sure that the course you are doing is in demand in the UK, because like that's the way to like get um tier 2 jobs in demand in the UK. Will most likely you most likely get jobs in the jobs in that will sponsor you for to stay back in the UK if you do a course that can get you that job. So you need to be really to really do your research if you're picking a program, if you're coming to the UK. Then after that, you need to decide on the school. First off, you want to look at your budget. Are you fine with staying in London where the cost of living is high, or outside London where the cost of living is, it's better than staying in London? So you have to weigh those things. Do your research about the school you want to go to, looking at the fees and everything. If it's easy for you to like, if it's affordable for you, you need to like do your research on that. After you've actually decided on the school and the program that you want to do, you want to apply. So applying to a school will probably like require another video separately. If you want me to do a video on that, you can drop it in the comment section, then I'll consider doing a video. To be very honest, I told myself I didn't want to do immigration content, but because like I got like so many questions of how did you do it, how were you able to move to the UK, so I'm like, okay, let me just do something for you guys. Then after you've applied to the school, most UK universities don't require IELTS. If you have your WAEC results, you are good to go. If you have a WAEC result with a minimum of a C6, you're good to go. So after your application and you've secured your admission to the university, most universities will not give you unconditional offer straight. They'll first give you a conditional offer, then they'll probably ask you to send some additional documents that will now like make them give you the unconditional offer. They'll first start off with giving you a conditional offer. So after you've secured your unconditional offer, the next thing you're going to do is pay your deposit. So before you pay your deposit right now in Nigeria, it's taking a really, really long time. So I feel like the first point I should have actually made is for you to actually start early. For instance, if you're going in September, by now you should have gotten your admission, like not gotten your admission, but like you should have like decided on what you want to do. And by January, you should like start applying, because the process to do your Form A is really, really long if you're paying your fees via Form A. I know that it's taking a really long time. I didn't have to go through that struggle because I mean story for another day. But if you're doing Form A, you have to start early because it can go as long as 2 months, 3 months. I know people that were trying to move to the UK and their Form A took as long as 2 months. So you have to start early. So another thing, after you've filled your form and you're probably waiting for Form A to the CBN to debit you, CBN, the Central Bank of Nigeria, they're the one that work with the whole Form A thing because it's forex exchange. They have to change the money to dollars then before they will not send the money to your school. So if we're not going through all this crisis in Nigeria, it will normally take like 5 days. Yeah, 5 days. But because we are going through some things in Nigeria, there's no outflow of foreign currency and all of those things. It's taking a really, really long time now. So in the process of you waiting, you should go for your tuberculosis test. I'll put in videos of when I went for my tuberculosis test. Like the whole process is quite easy. So here I was waiting to go in to do my capturing, and this is just how the environment looks like. This is the outside waiting area. Then you go in for your capturing. This is where you wait for before you're capturing. And that's my tag that I got before I went in. Here I'm waiting for the x-ray to be done, and you have to do some certain things. I'm going to show you the picture quickly. So you have to remove your necklace and all of these things, remove your bra and stuff. Yeah, when you go in. So I was done here and I was just waiting for the certificate. And this is how the waiting area looks like for your certificate collection. I'll drop the link in the description box, the link to book your TB test in the description box. So you book your tuberculosis test. If you're going to stay in the UK for more than 6 months, you should actually do your tuberculosis test. After booking for your tuberculosis test online, you pick your date and time, obviously. You go for your appointment. I think the fee is about 57,800 for people older than 11 years. Yes. So below 11 years, I think the fees is like 11,000 something. So it's not that bad for, but if you're older than 11, you have to pay 57,000, either 600 or 800. I'll put the fee, the exact amount on the screen so you guys can see. Then you have to pay a day or two before the test day. I think if you pay that day, they might not quickly see it on their system. So for you to avoid delays, pay a day or 2 days before going to the center for your TB test. So what documents do you need to go along with? What document do you need to go along with for your TB test? You need to go with your international passport. You have to go with your proof of appointment. Like when you're booking the appointment, they'll show you the proof. They'll send you a proof of confirmation of your appointment rather. So you have to go with that, your international passport, and then the payment receipt, you need to go with that as well. If I remember any other document, I'll put it on the screen, but I think those are like the 3 major documents. And please, info, if you're using the I don't know about the IOM in Abuja, but if you're using the one in Lagos, please print from your house before, because those people, their prices are ridiculous. You have to like pay like 500 or so, 500 naira for one copy. Is ridiculous. Yeah, so after you've gotten your TB test done, it's a cool process. After you go in, they'll give you a tag number. I'll input pictures of these things and videos for you to see. They'll give you a tab number, then you go to this place where you have to do your capturing. They'll take your picture, then they'll send you to the doctor for you to like, they'll ask some questions. Then afterwards, you go to do your x-ray. Then after the x-ray, you just wait for your results. So usually the results comes out like they start sharing the result by like 2 o'clock between 1 and 2 o'clock, they start sharing the results. So you just go to the center and just wait for them to call your name literally. Then you pick up your certificate. After that is done, so we're hoping that by now your Form A has been debited. If your school has debited you, then you need to request for CAS. Some schools you need to do pre-CAS interviews. Sorry, yeah, this is I missed out. So some schools require you to do pre-CAS interview even before you like get your unconditional offer. And some schools they even require you to do an interview even before you get your admission. So that's why you need to do like thorough research on the school that you're actually picking. So after you've done all of this, after CBN must have debited you on your fees, the next thing is to request for CAS. CAS is confirmation of acceptance of studies, I think. I'll put in the full meaning there, please don't mind. I'm saying all of these things off and like from my head. I know the process so well. Maybe I should become UKVI. Anyways, joking around. So after the you must have paid, you should request for your CAS because this is what you're going to use to apply for your visa. So when you're applying for your CAS, they'll need you to send some documents. I think it varies from school to school. So it depends actually. You submit some documents for you to get your CAS. And this CAS is what you use to get your this thing. Obviously, you have to send. If you used for me, I think they call something telex. I remember I didn't have to go through this process. My process was totally different. So if you used Form A, you have to get a telex, and that will be like a receipt from CBN to show that they've actually debited your account and the money has hit the school's account. So you go ahead to submit your telex to your school, and then I think they'll ask for some documents, mostly the documents that you used to get your admission. They'll ask for them, like your WAEC certificate, your date of your birth certificate. And then if you are not like your sponsor, like if you're using your parents as your sponsor, another thing you need to take note is that the only person that can be your sponsor is either you are sponsoring yourself, or your parents are sponsoring you. So if your parents are sponsoring you, please ensure that the names match. Like the names on the bank statement that you're using must match together with the name on your birth certificate, because that is what to show that it's your parents that are actually like sponsoring you, and it's not as if like it's just false. So the UKVI has like one rule that I think is very, very important. So after you must have requested for your CAS, and mind you, why you need to do like a lot of research on your school. Some schools they request for bank statements. Yeah, they request for your parents' bank statement or your own bank statement if you are before you get your CAS. So that's why the research on the school is very, very important. You need to like know what the schools like, what their rules are, and what the things you need to do before you can like get your CAS. Because once you get your CAS, I think you are a bit rested from the school. You now need to face UKVI. So UKVI, they have this 28 days rule in the instance that 28 days before they want to see your proof of funds there. 28 days before you pay your IHS and visa fee. And that is like the important thing. Like that is what they want to like the day you pay your IHS and visa fee, which is your health insurance fee and your visa fee, that's the day that counts as the day that you started your visa application. So before you actually like submit or pay your IHS fee, make sure that the money you are using, like you have built your account for like a month, like you have left for some people, they get the proof of funds from somewhere, like you ensure that the money that is needed. So what is this proof of funds? Proof of funds that I've been saying. Proof of funds is showing that, for instance, your school fees is £15,000 and they've asked you to pay 5,000 as the deposit. So if you're staying outside London, your proof of funds is, I'm going to put it on the screen. I think it's about £12,000 if you're staying outside, if you're staying in London, but I'm going to put the actual number on the screen. And if you're staying outside London, I'm very sure that one is like is 9,207. 9,207. So let's say you got a school outside London, obviously. So it will be 9,207 plus 10,000. That's like your remaining school fees and the cost of living on the UKVI website. So I'm going to get the exact amount for people that are going to schools in London. But if you're outside London, that's England and Wales or Scotland, your proof of funds is 9,207 plus your remaining tuition fees. So you must leave that money in your account 1 month before you apply for your visa, and by the date they actually consider as the day you apply for your visa is the day of that you pay your IHS and visa fees. So some schools, they will want to see this money even before you like pay your CAS, apply for your CAS. They want to see this bank statement before you, like my school, I know that they usually ask for the bank statement before you get your CAS. So you need to do your research and know the schools that they don't ask for bank statements before you get your CAS. I'll probably like put a list of schools. So these particular schools, they don't request for your bank statements before you actually get your CAS. But other schools would ask you for your bank statement. So you need to ensure, because that 28 days rule is very, very important. Like, I feel like that's like the main thing in your visa. To be honest, UK student visa is not difficult to get at all. It's not difficult at all at all. So once you follow the 28 days rule, left your money there for 1 month, just leave it for 1 month. It's normally 28 days, but just leave it for 1 month, because I've seen situations whereby the visa officer miscalculated and then they denied the person the visa because they didn't calculate well, like, and the person has to go through administrative review. So bruh, that's just like crazy, because you were the one that actually made the mistake. Why are you making me go through not me, but like, why are you making like the person go through that problem again? So after you must have gotten your CAS normally should take about 5 to 2 weeks. My school CAS takes 5 weeks for my school, that's Leeds Beckett University. But for other schools, I know that it can go as long, because some schools you have to feel like a CAS shield or whatever. So doing the research on the school that you want to go, join their Telegram groups, search for them on Facebook, connect with people from your school, like people that you know that went to your school before, to your prospective school, because you've not started schooling there now. Connect with them and try to find out from them like how they did their things. And when I say connect with the student, I mean like international students from Nigeria, you get. So because you guys are going to have to go through the same process and everything. So after you must have gotten your CAS, then you apply for your visa. The visa form is actually not bad. It's something that is very, very easy, like not bad at all. I'm going to input the link in the description box for you guys to see. Like, you can like just go through it. The link is the form. What am I saying now? The form is not that bad to fill. But then if you have any refusals, please state it. Like, they're not going to deny you because you've had a previous refusal. I mean, it's probably even a chance for you to even like get your visa this time. I mean, just share your visa refusals. I know there are some countries that they don't share database with the UK, but just, it won't do you anything, to be very honest, except it's a ban and you've not spent your ban, like you've not completed your ban. And there's some people that they've completed their ban and they still even got their visas. So share any bans, any visa refusals with the UKVI. It's honestly not going to do you anything. Then let's talk about the documents you need for your UKVI. Obviously, you need your bank statement, you need your TB certificate, you need your WAEC result, you need your transcript from your uni. Your transcript is part of the, I don't know if I should do a video telling you on the documents you need for application, and then talking about personal statements and all of these things. If you need me to do a video like that, please just let me know in the comment section. So you're going to submit most of the documents you use to like get your university admission and all those things. So that will include your official transcripts from your university. You're going to submit that. You're going to submit your WAEC result, like I've stated before. Then you're also, if you are using your parents as your sponsor, you have to submit your your parents' bank statement, and the name must match. And then you should also ensure that your names match. Like for instance, for me now, I had to do like change of name because the name on my birth certificate it's not tallying with like the names on my school certificate and my YX certificate and all those things. So I had to submit a change of name certificate to UKVI for my visa, because obviously like the names will not tally. They'll be like, is there another person? Are you trying to impersonate? Anyways, so if you're using your own personal account, you don't need to submit your bank statement, your parents your birth certificates rather. Sorry, I've been talking a lot. You put never offer me drink. Anyways, so after then you need to submit your school certificate, that's your BSc certificate. So what other documents? Your CAS. Hey, your CAS is very, 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 very important. You submit your CAS. So should we go over this document again? I said we have to submit your CAS, your bank statement, your BSc certificate, your transcript, your official transcript from your university, your WAEC certificate. Did I mention that already? Yeah. Your CAS, your bank statement, your WAEC certificate, your BSc certificate, your transcripts. And then if you are using your parents' bank statement, you have to submit a sponsorship letter from your parents. And then you also need to submit your birth certificate. So the sponsorship letter will just state like, oh, my name is so, I'm the father of so, and then I'm willing to sponsor he or she throughout their period in so school to study so. And they'll just state there that they've made the funds available in their account and to be sponsoring them throughout their stay in the United Kingdom. It's just simple. Like UKVI, honestly, they don't have stress. Back it up with prayers. Your visa will come out. And so for people that have been working before, like if you're not just a fresh student, if you're a fresh student and like maybe you just finished your youth service and all those things, your youth service certificate is fine. But if you're like been working for like the past 10 years, the UKVI want to see like they don't want to see like gap in your education. You have to explain what you have been doing for the past, like let's say 10 years. You have to show it. And I usually advise people not to submit their CV, because like most people have known that they've submitted their CVs for their UKVI. It's not if they don't get their visas, but is it that they call them for interview? Normally you're not supposed to like get interviews. Like not everybody gets interviews for their student visa, but most people that they submitted their CVs, they call them for interview, and the interview is like scary because you get your visa actually depends on if you're able to answer your questions correctly. So please don't submit your CV. Look, I'm not an agent, neither am I like an immigration lawyer, but I'm just saying all these things from my experience and my experience with people. as well. So sorry that everything had to like change because I was having like storage issues. You guys should pray for me. Let me get cash flow so I can buy a camera. So yeah, I was saying that I'm not an agent, neither am I an immigration lawyer, but at least I'm just talking from my experience and other people's experience and stuff. So I would advise you not to upload your CV. The best thing for you to upload now is work reference from the company you've been working with, or the company you've worked with in the past. So I feel like this is like an easy way to boycott like all those wahala and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, then after you submitted your work reference, because um UKVI want to see what you've been doing ever since you left university up to now that you are applying. For some people that they have been doing business and stuff, it's always good to register your business. So you can submit your CSC, and you can also submit like reference from like your customers or people that you've actually worked with, like people that you've helped them with stuff. Like your customer can just like write something for you. I mean, that will go a long way. I know somebody that it was actually like into photography, and he did that. Like he got reference from the people that, yeah, like taking their pictures, like maybe one couple that you've done like their wedding shoot for them and all those things. Just a small reference from them and all those things, it will go a long way. And yeah, after you've applied, you there are two centers for no three centers for biometrics in Nigeria. There's Abuja, there's one on the island, and there's one in Ikeja, Lagos. So Lagos has two, which is the one on the island, which is VI, and then the one in Ikeja. So obviously, if you're going to the one in Ikeja, I think you have to pay um 55 55 pounds or something. Is it 55 pounds or $55? I don't know. There's a fee that you have to actually pay if you're using VR. I didn't use VR. I used the Keja for my own. And this is why it's good to start early, because at the point where there's rush for you to get a date for biometrics, it is a mess. I suffered this because I had to wait 1 month after I had already applied for my visa before I actually did my biometrics. So if I had not started like early, I would have had like having to like wait a while before the visa comes out and all of those things. So you need to start early, because it can be really really difficult to actually like get a date for biometrics and all of those things. So once you must have filled your form and pay for your IHS fee, I think the next thing is to select the place where you want to do your biometrics. So if you stay in Abuja, you pick Abuja, or so maybe somewhere in the north that's close to Abuja, you can pick Abuja. And if you want to travel down to Lagos, oh well and good. But I know if you're using VI, there's a fee that you need to pay. So I'm going to put the fee somewhere, so for you to see. I can't remember the exact amount, but I know that there's a fee that you always pay for just using VI. And if you're using Ikeja and Abuja, it's totally, you don't need to pay any fee. So now you can choose to upload these documents that I've mentioned. You can choose to upload them either by yourself, or you take them to by to the visa application center or the biometric center for them to upload it for you. So it's quite not bad. I don't see any reason for you to pay 11,500 for them to upload your documents. I mean, if you have a good iPhone, you can always scan this thing yourself and upload it. It's still the same thing. I know somebody that used them, like paid 11,500. No, I don't know the person personally, but like on group chats and stuff, you just connect with people. The person paid 11,500 for them to scan the document, and actually still got an NSF for how to rescan a document. So it was just really weird and all those things. So you can always, like, if you have a scanner, just do it and send it to your computer, upload it. And then your documents have to be in PDF. So you can decide to choose whether you want them to upload it for you, or you want to upload it yourself. If you are uploading it yourself, you do not need to go to the visa application center on the date of your biometrics with your document. Just go with your checklist, your confirmation of appointment. So once you've paid and you've booked your biometric date, you will get a confirmation mail that will carry your GWF. That's like your visa application number. So this visa application number will be on that confirmation stuff. So you have to take it to the center, and you have to, that's if you have uploaded the document yourself. And before you actually click submit, please get a list and like write out the document and start checking them one by one while you upload these documents. Like start checking them one by one before you like ensure that it's in PDF. As you're uploading them, be ticking it. So like just have a list of all the documents that I've listed. Have a list of everything. What message came in? Have a list of everything that has actually like that all the documents that you need to submit, and like be marking it as you are uploading them, and ensure that you go over your visa application form like 1,000 and ensure that there's no error. Make sure you're choosing the right segment for student. It's quite straightforward, honestly, but just make sure like you go over them to ensure that you're not missing out any of the numbers or any of the letters. You're not misspelling, or autocorrect is not doing something. Just make sure that you go over your forms before you submit it, and then ensure that you go over the document you're submitting. Ensure that it's the right documents you are uploading before you actually submit. I didn't submit my documents until a night before my biometrics, so I made sure that I didn't want to have any issues. Though if you've clicked submit and then you realize that you need to submit another document, imagine you now have to pay 11,500 for them to help you upload that document. So they can only upload it at the visa application center, and that is if you've not yet like taken your picture. If they've taken your thumbprint and you're not remembering that you want to upload one document, it's late. That's why you need to like be sure of all the documents that you are uploading, that just have everything listed out before you actually submit. And then on the day of your biometric, still check it to be sure whether you need to go with any document to the application center. So after you have done everything, the process is quite easy. You just go on your appointment time, line up, go into the building. They'll give you that. You just talk to them. You first talk to them at the reception. We're not allowed phones in here, but honestly I don't know what it's going to be like for January and September next year. But the crowd this 2022 was crazy. Like it was what, like from TB test to biometrics to picking up your visa, the crowd was crazy. So if you have not uploaded this document yourself, you need to go with all these documents for them to scan it for you. And if you haven't, or if you have, you just go with your checklist, your passport, obviously, because you're going to submit your passport, and then you go with your appointment, like the appointment letter, like the appointment that, oh, today's your biometrics, so this is your so time and stuff. If not, if you've not uploaded it, you go with your documents, all the documents that I've mentioned. Go with all those documents alongside with your passport, your appointment letter, your checklist, and I think you are good to go. Yeah. So after you've submitted all your documents and submitted your passport, you have to wait. It takes them 15 working days to do it. But during my time, it took them it was on the 15th working day that they actually like made the decision. Because I did a paid call on the 15th working day, and they said the decision has been made. So it took them another 5 days to actually like send me for the visa application center to actually like send me confirm a mail that my passport was ready for collection. So we call that collection mail. So once you do your biometrics and you log into the same website, is it a portal, I'll call it now, the same portal where you submitted your documents. So there's this stage that you can use, there's a way you can track it to actually like know the stage you're on. So from the day you did your biometrics, it will move to decision making committee. Then from decision making committee, it will be there for a really long time. Then once your decision has been made, it will move down to back to the visa application center, and then you see accepted by visa application center, then collected by applicant, something like that. So you can actually track it on the page, the same page that you pick your biometric date. So once you start the whole process, you understand what I'm saying. And if you are in the process and you need any questions, you can drop it in the comment section. And if there's anything that you feel that I missed out, maybe you've gone through this process and you feel like I missed something out, you can also drop it in the comment section. You don't know who you might be helping, you don't know the person's life that you might be saving and all those things. So let's just interact. I've been talking for so long and after that, after you've already waited for 15 working days, sometimes it can be more if you get an NSF to probably resend the document or send an additional document. So NSF means non straightforward, like, and some people that actually get like empty NSF. So that means like they're going through your application, but they are not they are trying to find like take like get more time to actually like work on your application. So to just send an empty NSF is not for any scare. Don't worry. Just if you submitted all the proper documents and if you follow the 28 days rule, trust me, you have nothing to actually worry about. The process is quite straightforward. So you get your visa, book your flight, and you're ready to go. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If I remember any other information, I would say it in the next video. I don't know what my next video is going to be. It's probably going to be a vlog. Yeah, because I promised you guys a vlog. Yeah, and I was supposed to put that up this week. But I'm putting this one up because I've gotten like so many messages on how did you do it? How did you do it? How did you do it? And I'm like, I don't want to do immigration content. I don't want to do, I want to do flexing and stuff. Thank you guys for watching this video and I love you guys so much. See you on the next one. Bye. Till we see you next time. Stay jiggy, stay pretty.